Today in the beauty room we're going to be talking about redness of the face and how to get rid of it. Hello and welcome everybody. Have you suffered from redness of the face and not known how to stop this redness from happening? Well, today I'm going to help you find ways to stop the redness from happening. Now, redness on the face is caused by many types of skin conditions. Some are chronic, some are acute. So some you can actually get rid of, and others are not easy to stop the redness, but there are ways to minimize the redness. So conditions that cause redness on the face and the skin are rosacea, atopic dermatitis, contact dermatitis, flushing, bites, sunburn. These are just some conditions that do cause redness. Some are chronic, and that means that they're a bit more harder to relieve. Some are acute, which means that it's just an instant thing and you can actually get rid of it. So the first one we're going to talk about is rosacea. Rosacea is a chronic skin condition. It is something that is very difficult to stop on your face, but there are ways that you can minimize it. So you can't get rid of it completely, but you can minimize it. So what causes rosacea? Rosacea are red spots that come up on your face, and also what happens is the blood vessels dilate and they become visible. So it can be something that is very embarrassing. Now, typically it will flush around your cheeks, but it's not limited to your cheeks, your neck. You can have rosacea all up your neck. You can have it on your forehead. You can have it around your eyes. Also, it can be burning sensation as well, so it's not very comfortable when it happens at some times. So there are ways that if you have this condition, you need to learn to manage it. So the ways that you learn to manage it are, the first way would be if you don't know why it starts happening and it's a random thing, the best thing to do is make a journal. And when things start happening, record what was happening at the time when the rosacea started. Really important that you try to do that because it will help you identify what's going on in your body at the time or what's going on in your mind, because embarrassment can cause rosacea, heat can cause rosacea, being flustered can cause it, eating hot food, spicy food can cause it, drinking alcohol can cause it, the sun can cause it. So it's just a way to help you identify what's going on at the time so that you can have, it's being like forearmed with knowledge. When an event starts to happen, then you are able to control it. The things you can do to help calm the redness on your face is to use an ice pack. Now, you can get these gel packs that they're very thin, and you can put them in the freezer and you can place them on your face. That's one thing that you can do to help it subside. Use mild products on your face, so avoid anything with chemicals. You might not be able to avoid everything with chemicals, but try to get something that's got a very mild preservative or hardly any chemicals in it. Some products do have chemicals, but they do have more natural products. So have a look at the label and use mild products. The other thing you can do is use a sunscreen. Now, I'm a bit funny about sunscreens because they have a lot of chemicals in them, and often the chemicals that are in the sunscreens are worse than the actual sun. So my suggestion is to find a sunscreen that has zinc oxide, that has raspberry oil, has carrot oil. Now, these are natural sunscreens for your face. If you can find a product that has that in it, I would strongly suggest that you use it and try to avoid the chemical ones. If you can't avoid the chemical ones, well, you can't avoid it, but there are products on the market that do have zinc oxide, that have raspberry oil, that have the carrot oil in it, all that sort of thing. So that's really important that you find a sunscreen and use that sunscreen when you go outside. And the other thing are the cosmetics. So we touched on that just previously. So make sure that you're finding a cosmetic, if you are using cosmetics, cleansers, toners, moisturizers, that are mild and have minimal amount of chemical and that are calming. Okay, you need everything that's calming and moisturizing and nurturing for your face. And that's the main thing, is you need to nurture your face and your skin when you do have rosacea attacks. Okay, the next thing is dermatitis, atopic dermatitis or contact dermatitis. These things cause breakouts on your skin. Now, my disclaimer here is that if some people do have it, contact dermatitis and atopic dermatitis all over their body, what I would suggest, if that is the case, you need to go to the doctor. Obviously, that's outside my bounds of helping. But if you have just little breakouts on your hand, I used to have contact dermatitis when I was an apprentice hairdresser, and I used to get it from the hairdressing shampoo that they'd have, and this was way back in the 70s. So the shampoo, I don't know what it was like back then really, I just don't even remember, but I know that when I was doing hair shampoos and all of that, I used to spray it onto my hand and then it would go into the hair, and I had tremendous amount of contact dermatitis on my hand from it. So when you have contact dermatitis, it generally comes from a product, something from outside of yourself that causes the problem. Now, the best thing with contact dermatitis is just to always use a calming product on it, to use something that does not exacerbate it, no chemicals, something mild, try something natural. And I would say something like oils. You could use olive oil, you could use any sort of oil. Take oil tablets like vitamin E, vitamin A, vitamin K, vitamin D. Look for those tablets and they will help your skin to heal. You want things that are going to heal the skin. The other thing with contact dermatitis is that you need to use lukewarm water, and this is the same with any sort of skin redness really, is that you should not be using very hot water or having hot showers, because that is going to stimulate, the steam will stimulate, the hot water will stimulate the redness. So you need to stay away from hot steam, hot showers, and just have very cool, lukewarm showers. If you're going to have a bath, it's going to have to be lukewarm, because otherwise it will re-stimulate the whole situation and make it flare up again. The other thing is that food that you eat, sometimes because contact dermatitis, it's to do with something outside or something that you've eaten can even cause it. You need to look at the allergies that you might have or you might be developing. So an allergy will cause contact dermatitis as well, and you need to be really careful about the food, and again making a journal to eliminate food if you have a flare-up. When we talk about atopic dermatitis, this is more about eczema, and it's a very hot, itchy, red, burning, hot, flaky type thing. The best thing to use for that is any type of moisturizer. Again, you can try oils, you can try the vitamin oils, vitamin E, vitamin D, any type of vitamin oil that you can use that will help feed the skin. Okay? Always avoid, again, hot showers, avoid anything that's hot and stimulating. It can be quite debilitating, and you need to also keep yourself calm with this particular chronic skin condition. It is a chronic skin condition, and it's something that I have seen it healed in people, but it is something that is very difficult to get rid of. Contact dermatitis is more something that you can actually heal, and something that you can avoid by not using certain products or not eating certain food. So if you have bites on the skin, any type of itchy bite, it can be a spider bite, which can be excruciating, with burning, a flea bite, a mosquito bite. You know what? I have mosquitoes that attack my forehead, and sometimes in the summer, I think it was last summer, I had something like 5 bites, and then one just kept attacking the same spot on my forehead. I could not believe it. It just was so painful, and it happens at night. When they bite your finger, when they come in and bite your fingers as well, because you've got your hands out and you're cooling off, unbelievable. The burning sensation is incredible. So what we use on it is apple cider vinegar. We use chamomile oil, chamomile cream, anything that is going to calm the skin. Now, it is going to hurt a little bit, all right? But once you start applying these sorts of things, then they will start easing. Now, it is an acute thing of insect bite, and if it's something like a spider bite, especially here in Australia, you sometimes need to go see the doctor, because spiders here are quite deadly. So you will need to go off and see the doctor about certain spiders. But if you know it's just a general house spider, it's just something, that is just something that's not going to kill you or make you very sick, you can use these other things. And I think the best thing is chamomile lotion is a really good lotion to use. The other thing to use is tea tree oil. That helps absolutely amazingly on bites. So I hope today that you have some idea about, so I hope today this has really helped. Okay, so the other things that you can use is tea bags, green tea bags or anything like that. You can pop that over. There's another thing called Gentian Violet that is a really old thing that my great auntie used to use on us. So Gentian Violet, can't get it here in Australia, but you can get it overseas in the States. Gentian Violet's a very good thing to put on. Tea bags, anything to calm, chamomile, anything that will calm the skin. Now what I'd like you guys to do is, in the comment box below, could you please let me know the things that you do to help calm the skin when you've had redness on your face. Now I'm talking about any sort of redness that might come up on the face. Anything that you do that will help. The other thing that comes up on your face with redness is having hot flushes when you're a woman. Sometimes even men have hot flushes. So if you're having a hot flush, a lot of times that starts to trigger when you're feeling flustered, when you're feeling not certain about things. You start to sweat, your face starts to go red and you sweat all over. Now it's really hard when you're in the office situation if you're having a hot flush. The best thing you can do is have a spritzer, and a spritzer is in a bottle like this, and have some rose water in it and just go and spritz your face. Leave the situation and just spritz your face with it, because that will help calm immediately and cool. If you're at home and you're having a hot flush, obviously just flush yourself with cool water, go and have a cool shower. Today, I hope it's something that is going to give you some ideas about how to deal with it, and please do let me know in the comment box how you do deal with it. I would really love to know, because it will all help everybody else, because everyone reads the comments, so it would really help everybody else that if you have an idea or a tip that you can give someone to help them, that would be fantastic. Please do remember to subscribe to the channel, because when you subscribe you'll get all these great tips, these great helps, and as you know, I have the beauty room, I have FACEROBICS, and I have Try It Peter now. So these are all things that I'm bringing to you this year to help you with your anti-aging process. All right guys, you have a lovely day wherever you are in the world, and I'll see you next time. Bye.